Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. And if you're listening in the podcast, thank you so much for listening. Today is January 13, 2024. I'm here to speak about the secret tunnels that were found earlier this week in New York City under a synagogue, okay? There's, like I said, there's a lot happening. We cannot let things like this just slip us by and not talk about it, because as we have been saying many times, specifically towards the end of 2023, this is the year that God is going to expose the church. Everything that's done in the dark will come to light. And we have seen it already with some of these preachers and pastors that are coming. Their secret life are coming up, and it's only January 13th, so be ready. Because a lot of, what I notice is that people think that they can deceive and, cause harm to other people and slander people just for their own benefits, for their own evil heart. And they think that, God is just going to let them be, He's not going to call it out at some point. It will come to light and you will be exposed. So we all need to be careful about that. God knows our heart, God knows our intention, and God knows where we're coming from, right? So today I'm going to speak to you guys about like I said, the secret tunnels, and let me know in the comments what you thought about when you heard the story. If you heard the story or not, but you want to hear it now. That's what I meant to say. But it says here, hold on one moment. Illegal tunnels under a New York City synagogue destabilized nearby building, officials said. The illegal tunnel discovered under a historic Brooklyn synagogue compromised the stability of several structures surrounding the religious complex, prompting an order to vacate as well as citations against its owner, city officials said. Okay, so apparently this very famous synagogue in New York City had some secret tunnels that were discovered, like I said, earlier this week. And the crazy thing about this whole story is so it's almost like they're hiding it on plain sight. They want, when the police broke in and they, because they tried to fill the tunnel, right, with cement once it was discovered, apparently, by the city officials. So when they brought the truck in with the cement to cover the tunnels, some of the members of the synagogues, a lot of the young members, basically went crazy, and 12 of them were arrested. So the story about this secret tunnel is becoming about the arrest of the people that went crazy when the police tried to cover the tunnels. Nothing about what was being done there, right? Nothing about how long it's been like that. It's almost like it's one story within another story, and they want to focus on the story about the people going crazy once it was discovered and once it was trying to be covered up again by the city with cement. And that's where a lot of the videos on the internet about it is about this young man going against basically the police, being angry because they're covering their tunnel that they had to access. They're saying the reason they did that tunnel was to access the synagogue when it was not operating hours. This is insane. Nobody can create a tunnel and in a synagogue where when you have members and groups and small groups and people connect, and it's a building that has apartments on top of it, and it's just, oh yeah, they had a tunnel. Like, people knew about it. A lot of people know. I think the whole entire church knew about it. Some of the synagogue's directors are saying, oh, we had no idea that this was going on. They knew about it. It's the church. We all go to church, right? And there's always that person in charge of locking doors and walking the building, making sure everything is empty. They knew about it. And for them to just say that and say, oh, it's these young men that are very passionate, they're new, and they're very passionate, and they want to have access to the synagogue when it was closed. There's more to this story. Rest assured, within a couple days, we are going to know, because everything will be exposed this year. 2024 will be the year where things are going to be exposed, and you better be ready, I'm saying that because there's a lot of people, man. I tell you, I don't know, it's like the discernment. You have to go into fasting and prayer, because once God start revealing that to you about a particular organization, it's no turning back. Like, man, I've been fooled. Like, you think to yourself, I've been fooled. But, you gotta ask God, God, is this who they really say they are? And also, God reveals things to you. And then a lot of the times when God reveals things to us, we're all like, oh, maybe I'm overthinking it, right? Maybe I'm looking too much into it. Maybe it's nothing. And then another thing happened. It's another red flag, and you're like, oh, no, it's just nothing. It's just, I don't think it's that bad. And then, like I said, you have to pray and fast and ask God for discernment when you're praying, because it's like, man, God reveals to you, seek and you shall find. Seek and you shall find. Okay. So when something is off, you feel it, especially on somebody. I'm like, this doesn't make sense, It's just a little odd. This is a little odd. And this whole thing about the story about the illegal tunnels in the Brooklyn synagogue, historic Brooklyn synagogue, which is called, by the way, the Shabbat Lubavitch Global Headquarters in Crown Heights, is connected 4 buildings owned by a Hadistic group through opening cut in the basement walls. Like, that is so, like, you're gonna cut the foundation? Like, this is like crazy. And the Bible speaks about the foundation, the solid rock and all of that. I'm just not trying to say this is like relatable. You think about that kind of like synonym, and you're like, wait a second. They were cutting the foundation of this church, so something is up. Of this synagogue, something is up, and I think it hasn't been revealed yet because there's a big distraction about this story. Obviously, they just want you to know that 12 men or 9 men were arrested because they got a little crazy when they were trying to cover up this tunnel, and like, okay, that's it to the story. Okay, next story. No, there's more to this, and I think it's gonna come to light. God is exposing it, and I, to be honest, I have a feeling, in New York City, there's always something being constructed. It takes forever. The scaffolding in the buildings, there's always a construction. There's always something going on. And for this tunnel to be discovered and to be immediately, the city prompt to basically send a truck and send so many police and like, create this whole thing about closing the tunnel immediately without even investigating. Hey, can we like check out if we find anything here? Like, it's almost like if there's a connection to city officials. I don't know, like, this is so crazy. That's what I'm getting. I feel like there's it's an inside thing here that got discovered. Okay, God brought it to light. It got discovered, and there's more to the story. Guaranteed you 100%. Something was going on there. Okay, and it's just a matter of time. So I'm just gonna leave it there. Let me know what you guys think about it. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel and listening in the podcast. Have a good day. God bless. Hi everybody, this is Julissa. I'm here to invite you to my podcast, Julissadesigns, and it can be found on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. You can join me every day as I make episodes of the latest news, real life stories, and I also share my favorite Bible verse. Hope to see you then. God bless. Everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you want to know more about me, you can always visit www.julissadesigns.com. Have a great day, everybody. God bless.